Welcome back to Sway TV. I'm your host JJ here on Amazon Live, and I'm so excited!
We're gonna have some fun on the street.
And we're doing Workout Wednesdays here on Amazon Live.
And she is fresh off the set of Shark Tank.
It's such an honor to be here today, so thank you.
We are gonna be talking all about parenting.
Functional medicine is all this stuff. It's integrating things that improve your life.
This is our tribe of women.
I completely agree with you, Kimmy. It starts with being happy with how you look.
What is the key to a successful business?
We made history here on Amazon Live. Would you ask her out again, Michael?
I am so excited for today's Battle Shop Live.
And it's Brad Grunberg. Hi, Brad. What more could you want than the Self-Love Workbook?
Rosalind just said this is better than Netflix.
Oh, Naveen says this is better than Netflix. Yes!
Here we go, here we go.
There's a Tesla. You can actually buy a car on Amazon. That is so crazy. The perfect gift. Yes, we got our Drake's Cake break.
David is live streaming. We got it right up in the corner. I love this.
Oh, that feels so good.
Oh my God, that is the coolest thing ever.
So awesome.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake your zoo life.
This is fun.
Drum roll, please. Dun, dun, dun.
And one person's gonna win a PS5. Which one will it be?
Here we go. I'm so excited. I can't even stand it.
And Sam's in the chat says, Sway TV rocks. Woo!
We're still going. Yeah, we don't sleep at Sway.
One of the best comments I've ever received, ever, hands down.
2, 1.
All the time streaming live. We're sharing great products. We're doing great interviews and amazing giveaways.
Amazon, we love you, Amazon. So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
I've had such a great time with all of you.
Shop-attainment all the time. It is a girl's dream come true for someone like me to be able to give you dating advice and shopping all in one platform.
Amazon Live, woo! Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Welcome to Sally's Book Club. This is my new show. I'm going to be here every Wednesday from 1:30 till about, well, let's say 1-ish till about 3-ish. Every week I'm going to focus on trying to bring a new author in. We're going to do some book readings of all my favorite books that I have already read or that I've been wanting to read. I am an Audible girl. I love listening to books. And anyone that knows me knows that every morning I walk around, I live around a lake. It's so beautiful. I live out here in Southern California, and there's ducks and there's, other people walking around, and I just love it. The sun is shining. I'm getting my vitamin D. But while I'm walking, I'm also listening to books. So one of my latest most exciting books that I just started reading recently. It actually just launched yesterday on Amazon and all bookstores, including Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble. So make sure if you're not on Audible that you're running to the stores today, this week, and pick up your book again at Target, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble, which is my favorite bookstore that my kids and I go to. There's a Barnes & Noble like a couple blocks away, and we love it because there's also a Starbucks in there. So anyway, but I'm so excited to announce, and I just literally found out about 15 minutes ago, that the author of this book, which I'm so excited about because he's one of my best friends in the whole world, Mr. Tim Storey. This is his new book called The Miracle Mentality. I'm loving this book. I think on chapter 4. I started listening yesterday. It's called The Miracle Mentality. We did the launch party for him yesterday, and from what I hear, it was 700,000 people viewed it, and it's rising. I'm sure we'll get to over 1 million people that have watched. But I love this man. He's one of my best friends for over 23 years. He is a life coach for 30 years. You've seen him on Super Soul Sunday with Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey. He's been a life coach to people like Kanye West, Robert Downey Jr. So I've been like texting him like, Tim, please come on my show. This is my new show. Like, it'll totally make a difference. I owe you one. And literally 15 minutes ago, he said, I'm coming. I'll be on with you for 20 to 30 minutes. So if you have any questions for Tim, put it in the chat. I see that Michelle is watching. Thank you, Michelle. And Savvy, thank you so much for watching. If you have a question for Tim, put it in the chat and we will ask the question live. So I'm gonna put the book right here so you guys could see it, but make sure that you guys either download it on Audible right here on Amazon or run to your local bookstore at Target, Walmart, or Barnes & Noble. So a little bit about me. I'm also a life coach. I'm a filmmaker. I focus mostly on documentaries for social impact. My first documentary is called Women Like Us, and the focus of that documentary, and this is actually Women's Month. It's National Women's Month, which I'm so excited because I have so many outstanding women in my life that we'll be talking about this month as well. But my movie is about women that are impacting the world in the areas of sex trafficking, FGM in Africa, empowerment. So we had the executive producer of the Oprah Winfrey Show. She's in my movie. The former First Lady of Kenya's in my movie. I love her. Her interview is outstanding. Sherry Shepard, who's a good friend of mine. Kat Sadler, who co-produced this with me. And all the outstanding women that are just on the forefront of change. And so, but today we're talking about a man, and his name is Tim Storey, and he is amazing, outstanding author. He's written several books, but I think I'm most, and I've read some of the other books, but I'm so excited about this book because he really does get up close and personal, and he talks a lot about his childhood. And I've known Tim, 23 years, and there are stories in this book that even I didn't know. So he really goes into detail about his upbringing and losing his father, and he talks about his mom and his childhood and being bullied as an African American, and he's half African American, half Hispanic. But he talks about how he got bullied in grammar school, and anyway, so we'll talk a lot about everything in his book as much as we can. I'm gonna read some of the chapters in his book so that way you guys understand why this book is just all around really gonna help you in your life. I'm gonna read some of the chapters in these books. One of the chapters in this book is about parenting. So chapter 1 is discovering the miracle mentality, which he'll talk about today in our interview. Chapter 2, toiling in the mundane, the messy, and the mad. And he'll break those things down as well. Activating the magical. Come on, we all need to activate the magical in our life. And parenting, which I'm a single mom, and I know there's other moms watching right now. Love and relationship, which you guys know I'm single, so I'm gonna be reading that chapter. Friendships, work and career, money, and health. So he really does cover every aspect of your life, and we're gonna be talking about it today. I'm so excited that Tim agreed to come do this interview. I owe him big time, but this is what friends do. I've known Tim for over 23 years. My kids call him Uncle Tim. He's my buddy. And thank you, Tim, if you're watching right now, for taking the time, because I know he has so many interviews this week because his book launched yesterday. We did a huge launch party. There was almost 1 million people that watched, that viewed it. We got to share a little bit. There was about 10 of us, 10 of his close friends. And I was just honored to be asked to be part of his book launch. So Tim's coming on. You guys stay tuned. Those of you that are watching me on Instagram, come on over to swaytvlive.com so you can ask Tim Storey a question. He's going to be on with me live via Zoom. He couldn't come to the studio because come on, I'm just happy that I got him live. So next time though, we will have Tim, when he's not so busy with his book launch this week, we'll have him right here in the studio to talk about his book and other things that he's doing. He's such a mogul. I mean, he's not just an author, he's a life coach. He's, him and I are working on some TV projects together. He's a dad, he's a pastor. He's just an outstanding person, and I love him, and he's one of my best friends in the whole world. Whenever I'm going through anything, good and bad, he's one of the first people that I call, and he's been my life coach for many years as well. So it's such a treat. You guys have no idea what a treat this is, that Tim decided to come on my show. He's even giving me like 20 to 30 minutes. Like, I feel so special. So I think he's already on. Is he on, Producer Andy? I mean, maybe we bring him on early. It's 1:18. Okay, so he's going to come on at 1:30. So for now, let me reset the room. Follow Sway TV. So it's swaytvfollow.com. If you want to watch replays of any of our shows, we have a lot of really great shows on Sway TV. Go to swaytvreplay.com. We also have swaytvshop.com, and we will be talking about some products that are in my carousel, but I want to focus on this interview first, and then we'll get into some of the stuff that's in my carousel. Also, real quick, I want to just announce that Michelle, you guys know Michelle, her show was right after mine. And then around 5 o'clock, you'll see Michelle and Eden and I on the couch together talking about friendship. So it's going to be the rest of this time. Don't even go anywhere. Like, I'm going to monopolize your day. Like, from now until like 6 o'clock, you guys don't want to miss anything. So make sure you stay right here at swaytvlive.com. And then Kat, thank you, Kat. Thank you. She loves this. I love it too. All my people. Michael says he's single. I love your nose ring. So cute. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I love you. You're always here, Rosalinda. I appreciate you so much. So please send me some, there's no emojis on here, huh? That's Facebook. Different platform. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know that you're here. Follow us. And every time I see that you followed, I will put your name in. We are going to do a giveaway today, which is Tim's book. And we could either send it to you on Audible. Are we just doing Audible? We're not shipping books, right? Oh, we are shipping books. Okay. So we could either do it on Audible or we'll ship it over to your house. We are going to do a giveaway at the end of the show, but make sure you send your questions in and I'll write the questions, or maybe we wait on the questions for the interview, but I'm going to try to focus on Tim while I'm looking over here to make sure that I get your questions. Thank you, Kat. She said, keep doing your thing. Beautiful. Mwah, I love you. Actually, Kat's a friend of mine that I'm just getting to know. She's actually flying out to LA from New York, and we're going to hang out on Monday, so I'm excited for that. And so if you're just joining us, my name is Sally Colon, and this is my first solo show. It's called Sally's Book Club, and I'm going to be here every Wednesday from like 1-ish to 3-ish, and we're going to be talking to some incredible authors of books that I've already read and books that I want to read. I'm going to do some book reading, and if the author's not with me on those days, then I'll just read some of the excerpts of the book, and then if you have questions, I can answer them. And but either way, this is going to be a really fun show. If you're a reader, this is your kind of show. But I'll also talk about other things. I'm also a life coach, so if there's any questions that you have, if you're going through a situation that you want me to unpack, you're stuck in a situation that you want me to unpack, I'm here for you, and it's free for you. Usually I charge my clients per hour, but for you, because you're right here on Sway TV Live and Amazon Live, I will answer your questions free. I mean, that's pretty special. So thank you all for joining us. If you're just joining us, this is Sally's Book Club, and today our feature book is Tim's Stories, The Miracle Mentality. I also have my Instagram Live set up. Make sure you guys that are watching, Natasha, hi Natasha, actress, look, I gotta put my glasses on to see my Instagram because I cannot read my Instagram. Who's here? Jennifer, thank you, Jennifer. Come to swaytvlive.com. Tim's gonna be on in about 10 minutes. Actually, he's coming on live at 1:30. So make sure you come to swaytvlive.com, follow us, and I'm gonna enter you in to win his book. At the end of the show, we're gonna give away his book. And you can ask questions on AmazonLive.com. So make sure you guys come over there. So you can stay here, but get your computer and follow us over there. Again, Tim is going to be joining us in about 7 minutes. And he's going to be answering questions. And he's going to be with us for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm just super grateful that he agreed. I've been begging you guys for the last 2 days. I'm like, please, 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 I owe you big time. Just come on with me. It's my first show live here on Amazon and Sway TV. And I'm here with Andy, my producer. I love you, Andy. Thank you so much for this platform. Make sure that you guys are following swaytvfollow.com. If you want to watch any of the other shows, there's so many great shows on this platform. Go to swaytvreplay.com, swaytvshop.com. We have a Sway TV podcast. We're doing a PS5 giveaway, or PS5. That's how much I know about gaming, 0. But I'm also a mom, and I'm saying that because some of the chapters in Tim's book, they just cover every part of your life, including parenting, relationship and love, career, how mundane your life can be sometimes, how messy your life can be sometimes. And Tim is going to unpack all of those things. You don't want to miss it. If you're going through something in your life right now where you're feeling, depressed, heartache, maybe you just went through a divorce, maybe you're running out of money. I mean, there's so much going on with this pandemic. There's so many people hurting right now. Make sure you stay on. Let your friends know Tim is coming on. Tim is a world-renowned life coach. You can ask him questions live. He's coming on at 1:30 for about 20 or 30 minutes. Take advantage of the fact that he's going to be with us right here, premiering on Sway TV Live right here today on my show, Sally's Book Club. I'm going to be here every Wednesday from 1:30, let's say 1-ish till around 3-ish. And I'm so excited. And those of you that are watching me on Instagram, I'm going to go on here and visit my Instagram friends real quick. Suzu, oh my gosh, a jewelry. I don't know how to say your entire name, but come see me on Sway TV Live. Tim's going to be joining us in about, 5 minutes. Tim is going to be on, and he's going to answer questions from his new book called The Miracle Mentality. And if you have any questions, he's going to be right there to answer them. Michelle, oh my gosh, Michelle Yanez. That is so awesome. I listen to lots of Audible books too. Okay, so you have to download Tim's book. It's called The Miracle Mentality. It's on Audible. We are giving a book away. If you follow, Savvy Godfrey is following. Do I have paper, Andy? Producer Andy? Thank you. So I'm going to start putting your names in, and at the end of the show, we are going to do a giveaway of Tim's new book, The Miracle Mentality. So Savvy Godfrey, we're going to enter you in. Make sure you press the follow button. Michelle, you press the follow button, so I'll put you in. Are you going to be doing it for me? Okay, and producer Andy's taking care of it. So he's going to write down all of you that are following me. Here's the other thing. Here's how you get an extra piece of paper with your name on it that goes in for this giveaway, is that you tell your other friends to join. Because Tim's story is going to be here in just a couple minutes. And if they say Michelle sent me or Savvy sent me, then I'm going to put their name, and I'm going to put another one in for you. So make sure you tell your daughter to log in, your cousin, your uncle, your mom, your dad. Tell them all to sign in to swaytvlive.com. And if they say Michelle sent me or Savvy sent me or Kat sent me or Leo sent me or Joss sent me, whoever is on here, I will also add a name for you. Okay, so is Tim on? We got about 4 minutes. Tim, if you're watching, we are going live in 4 minutes. And then let me see who else is on here. Alexandra, thank you for joining. Make sure you come to swaytvlive.com. Tim's story is going to be with us live in about 3 minutes, talking about his new book. It's called The Miracle Mentality right here. He's one of my very good friends, and he's going to be answering questions about his new book that launched yesterday, world premiere of his new book, The Miracle Mentality. It's an outstanding book. Make sure that you guys run to your local bookstore. It's on in Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, all bookstores, including downloading it right here on Amazon. You can listen to it on Audible, which is what I did, which I would show you, except on live on Instagram, so I can't do that. Because that would be multitasking in a way that I don't know how. So we are going live with Tim's story in about 2 minutes. And if you're just watching, I'm so excited. This is my new show called Sally's Book Club. Every week I'm going to be here on Wednesdays from 1-ish to around 3-ish. And the reason I say ish is because there's so many shows here on Sway TV and it's live. And so like we'll be on and then we'll be off. And then if somebody goes long, then we wait for them. And we all support each other as hosts. There's so many great shows. Coming up next after my show is Michelle Mitchell, which is my good friend. And then after that, Michelle and Eden and I will be live talking about friendship and love. And so I'm super excited about this show called Sally's Book Club and all my favorite books. I'm going to be talking about some of them right here. Think Like a Monk with Jay Shetty is another book I'm reading right now. A lot of you guys may or may not know I went through Jay Shetty's life coaching school. He's outstanding. And then Intuitive Fasting, which was an author that we had on last week, Eden and I. So I'm so excited. Producer Andy's so excited because he loves Tim's story. I think he may be Tim's story's biggest fan. I'm just saying. So what did you say? We're going to go out to dinner one night when Tim is available to come up to Bel Air to have dinner with us. So anyway, I think we have about a minute. Is he on, Producer Andy? We're going to be ready in 1 minute. I'm going to get my headphones in so I can listen, so I can hear what Tim is talking about. And then I'm going to go off of live on Instagram. So everybody that's here right now, what'd you say? Oh, he has a Tim Story jacket? Oh, we'll talk about that too. All right, so I have to put the headphones in so I can hear Tim. I'm going to go off of live. Make sure everybody that's here, you go to swaytvlive.com because I have to use my phone for my interview. I love you all. Come to swaytvlive.com to answer your questions. Bye, Instagram. All right. We're live. Yay. I'm sharing to IGTV. Let's go. And I'm going to post. Here we go. All right. So is he on? Tim! Oh, my gosh! You have no idea how excited I am right now. And by the way, thank you. Thank you. All right.
All I got to say is, let me say a couple things. I love the set.
Thank you.
I love the flowers.
I brought those from my house.
You're having a good hair day.
Thank you very much.
Like an awesome hair day.
Thank you. I didn't even wash my hair today. This is dirty hair, look.
Don't say that.
Okay, I won't say
that.
I already said it.
The accessories, awesome. Just everything.
Thank
you.
Look. Thank you. Because listen, I walked into the studio and Andy's like, that's what you're wearing? And I was like, don't say that. Worldwide launch of the book, of Tim Story's book. He's like, that's what you're wearing? I love Andy so much. I said, yeah, this is what I'm wearing. This is me. This is authentic me. So
yeah, let's talk about Andy for a second in a positive way because he does not like it when we give him compliments.
He doesn't like it. I agree.
I told you the other day that Andy is one of my favorite people I have ever met in my life.
Did you hear that?
No, I did tell you. No, I told you. Don't act like you're shocked, Sally. I told you that.
Well, I know that Andy's your biggest fan. I will say that.
No, but let me just go there for a minute. Because what he does is he serves other people's visions.
Oh,
that
that's
is
so true.
Constantly what he's doing.
Absolutely.
He sees that someone's trying to make something happen. And if he thinks that they're authentic and they have something to offer to this world, that he does his best to serve their vision. That is a lost art. It is a lost art.
I agree.
And so therefore, he is one of my favorite humans and he is so smart that it's almost wrong.
He's a genius. I agree. Yeah.
He is.
So Andy, for those of you that are just watching right now, this is my new show called Sally's Book Club. And I couldn't be more excited about the author that I have on today. He's one of my best friends in the whole world. He has a new book that launched yesterday, world premiere. We did the launch party. Over 1 million views now is what I heard earlier today. OMG. And he agreed. I bugged him for 2 days. Tim, please, please, please be on my show. And I literally got the text about 20 minutes ago, I'm coming on, which this is outstanding because I know how many things you have going on right now. I know how busy you are. So I owe you huge, huge, huge. So thank you. So we have Mr. Tim Story on and the world premiere of his new book called The Miracle Mentality right here, live. right? So Tim, oh, I love it. We have the live, we have the audience. I love it. I have a live audience.
Studio audience.
That's so awesome.
The
Oh my
studio
gosh.
audience. That was so awesome.
I love that. So we're gonna do an interview with you. I told some people that you were coming on and to go ahead and ask some questions. So as they come in, I'll ask you live. But you know, there's so many parts of this book that I absolutely love, right? And a lot of it is because I love you so much. But I was telling people before you came on that I've known you for over 23 years. You're one of my best friends. You're in my inner circle. Yeah. And there's so many parts of this book about you that I didn't know. I mean, I knew some of it, but not the details. So I'm so grateful that you opened up and you weren't afraid to talk about some of your past traumas. I know it's going to change people's lives because you were willing to do that. And one of the things, and I mentioned this before, I mentioned this actually last night when we were doing your launch party. One of the questions that your therapist asked you that brought you on your journey of transformation was, how does it feel to not be yourself? Can you please tell me how you answered that when your therapist asked that?
Wow. Yes. I will just say this, you know, as a young person, being the youngest of 5 children, you know, many times you're kind of left out of conversations and that, because by the time they get to the youngest child, they don't want to explain. So I always kind of felt like I was left out of things, and I was much younger than some of my sisters. So my way to get attention was like song and dance. I am funny, but I use my comedy to get places.
Right.
And then I have charisma, but my charisma helped me get places. But I feel like in the midst of just funny charisma and then becoming educated, that I did a song and dance most of my life. When I was put in public places, people were drawn to me because of my song and dance, whether it was my charisma or my ability to speak on large stages. But I remember that there was a real void that was there in my life. And my therapist, Dr. Helen Mendez, who taught at USC, she saw that void. And she said, we have to find ways to fill that void, or you're gonna find trouble someday.
Wow.
And I said, I don't really see that, because I'm very disciplined. I don't really see that I'm going to have a bunch of vices. She goes, no, I don't see that either. She goes, but it's just not gonna be good for you, because void plus more void equals a life that's not that great. So yeah, that's how the question came, and she was correct. You know, how does it feel not being yourself?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting that you said, you know, well, I'm not going to have vices, you know, because we always look at vices as like smoking or drinking or, you know, having a sexual addiction or whatever it is. But I think sometimes we forget that vices are also emotional, you know?
Yes.
You know, eating disorders, the way you treat people, you know, there's other things like that those also matter. You know, I think about vices in my life, probably eating the wrong things. I mean, that would be kind of a vice, overeating sometimes, because we don't have addictions. You and we don't have addictions, right? Like the typical addictions, which is drugs and alcohol and things like that. But it's important what you said, that vices are also emotional not devices, emotional vices. So can you get a little bit into that?
Yeah, I feel like, Sally, with this whole question about how does it feel to not be yourself, is that what some people don't realize is that in order to do what I do, I have to be quiet a lot in private. Like if I do a 30-minute speech, I literally put 15 hours of research into a 30-minute speech. So that's one reason I explode and set stages on fire. It's not by accident.
Right.
And so I am a researcher. And so when I'm researching, I'm not on the phone researching. I'm not being charismatic of researching. I am just researching and being quiet. And a lot of my strength is in the quiet. I like to drive. Many times I have no music on. I just stay quiet. So my connection to God is in the quiet. But when I would go into public places, they were looking for the loud. They were looking for the charisma. They were looking for the heavy motivator that they saw on stage. And so that's part of what she meant, is that aren't you tired of playing a role that is not always you?
Right.
It's like almost like, you know, an actor who gets typecast. And so I decided to be myself, and it's working pretty well for me.
That's amazing. So for those of you that are just joining us on swaytvlive.com, I have world-renowned author, life coach, and one of my personal friends, Mr. Tim Story, on. You've seen him on Super Soul Sunday with Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey. He's a life coach to stars like Kanye West, Robert Downey Jr. Like, you have no idea how honored I am to have Mr. Tim Story on, and how lucky you guys are to have Mr. Tim Story making his world premiere right here on Sway TV Live. You're so outstanding. I just love you so much. His book called The Miracle Mentality just launched last night on, you can find it in every bookstore. Make sure you run to your bookstore, Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble. You can download it on Audible, which I did. I got the book and I downloaded it because you guys know that I take my walks in the morning. And this is the book that I'm listening to right now. So I'm going to put it back up here. But a couple
that
other...
means a lot.
Oh, well, you know I love you. So there's a couple other things. You know, one thing that really hit me, because you know I'm a single mom and my daughters love you. I have Bella and Stevie, you know, 14 and 15. And they call Tim Uncle Tim, right? So Tim has, and I think maybe you wrote this chapter about me, I don't know, maybe. He has a chapter on parenting, and that just makes me feel better to think that. But he says, there's one thing here, it says, parenting brings with us a dizzying rush of daily stressors and mini heart attacks. Seemingly every day we're making, wait, what? That's not even part of... Hang on, let's do that again. Parenting brings with us a dizzying rush of daily stressors and mini heart attacks. Let's just stop right there. When you wrote that, because you're a parent too, explain this chapter to me and why you started it with that.
Okay, this is more of observation of all of your guys' lives, because you choose to put your life out there on social media nonstop.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're driving in your really cool car. We won't name the brand, but it's super cool.
Yes.
And, you know, you got the one daughter who's totally into one direction.
Yes.
And they have another daughter who's into other things. And so you're laying it out there. And so the thing is about parenting that I'm seeing from all of you people is if it's not one thing, it's another. And then right when I feel like Sally's done enough, then she throws a big party for like 11 girls. I'm like, hello? Were you not at Magic Mountain all day and now you're throwing a party for 11 girls?
Yes.
Okay, I find that dizzying.
That's my life. That is my life. Listen.
I find that dizzying.
Yes.
And then what will happen, let's say some of my friends that have little kids, I'll be talking to them and they'll go like, oh, Tim, sorry, my kid just fell down the stairs. I'm like, really? Yes.
That's so funny. Because that's what
dizzy.
happens. Yes.
Yeah, and so part of that teaching is that in life, we have to really get strong in the mundane, because there's levels of living. The mundane, the messy, the madness, and the miracle mentality. So you have to master the mundane.
Yes.
And you have to really handle the messy. And when you have kids, what a blessing. But it is a messy blessing.
Yes, totally. You're
no
so
one's
right.
ever said that. No one's ever, it's a messy blessing.
It's so messy, Tim. It is so messy. And I'm raising two.
But it's a blessing, but it's messy.
Oh, it's a blessing. Are you kidding? I love being a mom. You know I love being a mom. But there are moments where it is so messy. And, you know, I have definitely called Tim on those moments and said, Tim, I need like a 5-minute life coaching session. This just happened with so-and-so daughter, or this just happened with so-and-so daughter. And Tim always walks me through it, and then I breathe through it, and then I'm good to go. So thank you for those moments. But I know I'm not the only mom that deals with this. I have other single moms. You know, you guys know Eden and Michelle, my friend CD. Well, CD's married, but like I have other single moms. And it's
I got one more quick story on this.
Go for it.
Okay, so I went to a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party of one of my friends, right?
Yes.
And so,
oh God.
So yeah, all these really good looking mothers there with their kids, right?
That's funny.
And then the person that's having the party, the daughter's like probably around 6, 7.
Yeah.
And so I'm new to this, okay? Mm-hmm. So I say to these two ladies, I go, wow, Chuck E. Cheese, I haven't been at one of these in like 20 years. And then the two ladies go, oh, we were at this same one last week and last month and the month before. I go, whoa, I said, wait a second. And they go, no, seriously. And then they looked at each other and they shared stories. They had been to 7 Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh my gosh, torture.
Birthdays in a row. And then,
wow.
Can I tell you what the one lady said? She goes, these parties are the ultimate in birth control. She goes, it makes you never want.
No more kids. No more kids, no more Chuck E. Cheese. I was one of those moms. You know how many Chuck E. Cheese parties I had for my girls? So when they got to like 10, 11, where they're like, we don't want Chuck E. Cheese anymore, I was like, thank you, God. No more Chuck E. Cheese.
That was so funny because I didn't know that.
That's
I didn't
so
know that.
Funny.
I thought
love that.
Was great.
I love that. So if you're just joining
so in
us,
the book, we talk about parenting in the book. Yeah,
absolutely. And if you're just joining us, I have world-renowned author Mr. Tim Story. His book just launched yesterday, and he's on my show today. I feel so honored. I begged and begged, and here he is. I've known Tim for over 23 years.
It's a privilege to be around you.
Aww.
And your director/producer.
Yes.
Andy, what a privilege to be around both of you guys. So no, I'm glad that I'm on. And what I want to say, Sally, I'm loving this new show that you're doing.
Yeah.
But you got to tell us. You got to tell us why you're doing it. Like, tell us.
Sure.
Because I know you're a reader, and I know you like to learn.
Yes.
So kind of give me the reason you're excited about this new show.
So we'll go back real quick. Like 5 years ago, I went through my transformation in my life. I had gone through a divorce. I didn't really know myself, and I just, from that moment on in therapy where my journey began, all I wanted to do was learn. I took classes. I took boundaries 1, 2, and 3. I took so many different spiritual care. And I just started reading. And I was like, I want to learn more. I want to know more. And a lot of you guys know I am Christian, and I've always followed the Bible, but I wanted to know more. I wanted to go further. I wanted to expand my brain. So I started reading. My dad was a huge reader. He used to read like 10 books a month. And I was like, I'm going to start reading. So I just started downloading books on Audible because I take my walks. I have 50 books in my Audible library right now, including this book. 50.
That's a lot.
Absolutely. And it depends on my mood. Like yesterday I was reading your book, of course, because you launched it. But this is my life. I love reading. And so I thought, you know what? Why not do a book called Sally's Book Club, talk about all the books I've read, all the books I want to read, and then have some incredible authors coming on. Eden and Michelle are in the studio now. They say hi. Eden, and you guys, Michelle's after me, just so you know, her show. And then Eden and Michelle and I are all going to be live together, but I love you guys.
Can I just say that? But you know that I watch you guys.
Yes.
So if I'm not on Eden's Instagram.
Yes.
I'm on Michelle's.
Absolutely.
Or I'm on yours.
Yes.
But I see all your secrets. I'm seeing everything you guys are up to.
Absolutely.
But I love the collaboration between you three.
Thank you.
It's so Lucille Ball.
Yeah, and we're all great friends. So like we're gonna have our shows together. We all have our individual shows. Eden has a new show coming out called The Eden's Way. The Sassoon Way. Right, babe? Sorry. The Sassoon Way is going to be outstanding. She's going to be on in the mornings, and you're coming on tomorrow, right? Thursday, yes. Yeah, tomorrow at 11 o'clock live, and then Michelle's right after me, and then we're all going to get together on Wednesdays, and the three of us will be on the couch talking about friendship, and Tim knows all three of us. We're all friends, and so
we're all friends.
And we're all here in the studio right now. And
but let me tell you how much
Michelle
I pay
says
attention.
hi.
Let me just tell you how much I pay attention.
Tim pays
Because
attention.
here I am in the middle of the book launch, right? I'm in the middle of the book launch.
Yeah.
Eden's post on Instagram, the last post she just did about being authentic, vulnerable, and all that,
Yes.
was one of the best posts that I've seen in so long.
Oh.
Because it was so honest.
Right.
About how we're all working through something.
That's awesome. Tim
then
is
I'm
talking
loving
about you, Eden.
Then I'm loving about what Michelle's doing, and then let's get back to you, Sally.
Absolutely. No, let's get back to you. Wait a minute. Hang on. For those of you that are just joining me, Tim Story is here with me on my show. The world premiere of his new book called The Miracle Mentality, and the world premiere of him being on Amazon Live right here on Sway TV. He's my good friend. I love him so much. He's been featured on Super Soul Sunday with Oprah, Steve Harvey. He's been a life coach to people like Kanye West, Kanye West, Robert Downey Jr., so many people. And we're talking about his new book, The Miracle Mentality. And okay, so I want to know, you've written tons of books. What is different about this book that you love so much? Why this book? What was your inspiration for The Miracle Mentality?
I think with this book, I waited a longer time in between, because my last book did very, very well, called Come Back and Beyond.
Okay.
And it did well, and so I just let it just keep doing well. And so I had a lot of time to research, had a lot of researchers help me with information. And then my editor is phenomenal, Nick Childs, who also is a guest lecturer at universities like Princeton, et cetera, et cetera. He's just brilliant. So I think that the time, the people that helped me with information, and my editor took it just to a whole other space. This is a very mature book that can help you. And I mean, it says in the back, do you remember a time in your life when you believed in magic? And it's so powerful. We gotta believe in magical moments again. That in the midst of all the pressure we're under, COVID-19, wearing masks, where's my mask? Do I drink my tea through my mask?
Yeah.
All the stuff we're going through now, I still believe in magic.
Absolutely.
I still think magic. So it's a perfect time for this book.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. And then there's something in your book where you talk about social media has infiltrated our lives. I think you should talk a little bit about that and how you feel that it is infiltrating our lives and our kids' lives.
Well, I think that there's good and challenging to most things. Like, for instance, I like that your car can probably drive itself, but I will not drive with you if you do that.
Come on.
No.
You're funny.
Like, no, seriously, if you say, Tim, for 30 seconds, watch, it drives itself. I'm good with that.
Right.
But not for even 7 minutes. I'm not good with that.
Got it.
So same thing with social media. I would not have seen Eden's post unless I was on social media. So that was good.
Right, exactly.
I would not see what you guys are up to all the time if I wasn't on social media. What I'm looking for more is balance and the correct vantage point. I think that social media does not always give the correct vantage point.
That's true.
Because we could use all these filters. Like, I could be really tired, but I put that Paris filter on myself. On
I love the Paris filter.
And I'm like, bam! I'm like 37.
Absolutely.
You get my point?
Absolutely. I'm with you.
So I think that everything is not through the Paris filter. And so I feel like there's the good part of social media, and I'll just call it the challenging. I won't even call it bad. It's a challenging. Right. So I stay away from the challenging. I'm into being in the moment. Look at me.
Absolutely.
I've been up since 5.
Oh, wow.
Been pushing this book and talking to people since 6, and I still have this kind of energy because I'm in the moment. Look at me. I'm right here.
You look amazing right now, by the way. You're so good looking. And by the way, he's single. He's single. He's so good looking, and he is brilliant mind. He's my good friend, and I'm so excited to have you.
I don't get into this look thing of whatever I'm supposed to look like, to be honest. And you know that about me.
Right.
I really don't. But the reason I'm looking better is because I have a trainer, and he's young, and this guy, man, he's taken me to a whole different level in body fat and the way he's training my body. And then I got off all silly foods. I remember I was with Eden and her mother, who's a great friend of mine, and I wanted to drink a Coke. And Eden just was like, Tim, please, that stuff's so bad for you.
That's true. No, she's
tell Eden
so
tell Eden I don't drink sugar anymore.
I will. I'll tell her. They're outside right now. But so listen, there's so many people watching right now. Kim Seltzer started following us. Bro started following us. Kim says, you don't even need a Paris filter. Hi, Tim. Good to see you again. And would love to have you on my show here on Sway TV. Uh-oh. About being single. Uh-oh.
DM me.
DM me. That's amazing. She is our love coach right here on Sway TV. So, hey.
DM me.
DM him, girlfriend, because he's so good about it.
Is she single, or is she married, or is she in a relationship?
Kim, are you single or married? She said I'm going to slide into your DMs. I love it.
But ask her if she's single or married. I don't know.
But the name of her show is Kimmy's Love Hub. Oh, she's single. Oh, she's single. Wait a minute.
Kimmy, DM me quick.
DM me a pic. I love it. Oh my gosh. If you're just joining us, I have my amazing friend, and he's so awesome. He's an author. He's a life coach for 30 years. The world premiere of his book, it's called The Miracle Mentality. It's outstanding. Make sure that you guys run to your bookstore when this interview is over. Pick it up at Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart. You can download it right here on Amazon and listen to it. That's what I did, including having a copy of it. There's so many good parts of this book. He talks about love and relationship, career, parenting, how life can be so mundane and messy, which I definitely, and I know I know you have so many things. You got about 5 more minutes, or do you have to go?
Yeah, I got 5.
5 minutes. Okay. So I think it was your first or second chapter, you talk about the messy and the mundane. Like, let's get into that just a little bit. What did you mean by that? And why do you think it was important to have that chapter in your book?
Yeah. So I'm actually going to look at it because,
tell me what chapter and I'll look too.
Okay. But so the thing about the mundane side of life is mundane is something that has to occur. So we do have to do the mundane. The mundane to me is like throwing the trash. That's mundane. Mm-hmm. Doing dishes. People don't know that I do my own dishes sometimes, right?
I hate dishes.
So it's in chapter 2. Chapter 2, page 17. Okay?
17, got it. I'm there.
So we do have to do the mundane things, Sally. But what happens if you're not careful, your life will just become mundane. Okay.
So true.
So I write, in my travels, I determined that each of us live in one of the 3 states: mundane, messy, or mad. But we all want to live in the magical.
Yes.
Okay. Magic moments aren't pre-planned. Instead, they're like divine gifts, miracles that deeply change us, bless us, and transform us. Living the magical state imbues our life with the miracle mentality. Now, So if I could just say this without reading more of the book, is that if you just get so caught up in your mundane and your chores, you can miss a miracle that passes you by.
Ooh.
Like, for instance, I was so busy the other day, and I'm a person that takes breaks. So I went in my backyard. I was drinking hot tea, just relaxing, and 3 butterflies came coming by.
Beautiful.
But it was like they were in sync. I'm not even joking. It was like magical. But I was so fully present, fully feeling, and so fully alive that I saw them. So I later told a friend of mine about this, and they said, Tim, that's kind of an uncommon sighting, and because I described the type of butterflies, and they knew exactly what they were because they're into stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I think many times when you're so caught up in the mundane of the chores,
right?
Okay, think of it as a mother that when you're like cleaned and dishes, then laundry, right? Then the restaurant, then what are we gonna eat? That you can miss magical moments, even though they like fly right by you. So in the mundane, you gotta be careful because the mundane can lead to the messy. The messy is the disheveled. And that is when messy starts to take over. When messy takes over, you're hardly thinking of magical.
Right.
You're just saying, God help me. That's why the saying came in, God bless this mess. In other words, this mess is so out of control. Please, God, just bless the mess.
Absolutely.
Okay? So I teach you have to make room for the magic. You have to make room. And I watch you do it. You're good at this. You do drives.
I do.
You go to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
You make room for the magic, and that's one reason your life is magical.
Thank you. No, I agree. You know, I told you this before, but one of the things that I started doing in 2021 is, you know, I always make my list the night before of what I'm going to do the next day, and it's usually 10 to 15 things, right? I've started adding in 2021 one thing that makes me happy each day, whether it's a warm bubble bath, whether it's taking a walk with the ducks, whether it's going to my favorite restaurant with some great friends or hanging out with my girls, like one thing that makes me happy. So don't forget about yourself and self-care. And I think this book will get you on that journey to finding what is your dream, what is your magical world and life that you've been waiting for. This is the book that's gonna help you get there. So if you're just joining us, we're ending this amazing, because I know Tim has so much to do. We have this awesome author, good friend of mine, Tim Story. I love you so much. The launch of his new book, it's called The Miracle Mentality. This will get and launch you to your miracle in your life and the magical in your life. So make sure you run to the store, every bookstore. It's available at Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target. You can download it right here on Amazon, on Audible. That's what I did. I read it on my walks. You can read it on your road trips. You can read it on the airplane. Make sure you guys pick up this book. The world launch party was yesterday, over 1 million views. This book is popular, people, so make sure you get it. I love you so much, Tim, for coming on and making your world premiere right here on Sway TV. You are outstanding. You've seen him on Oprah. You've seen him on Steve Harvey. He's a life coach. He's amazing. I love you so much. Thank you for being with us here. I love the live audience. Thank you. Thank you. That's so funny.
Andy, do it again. I love applause. Andy, do it again.
Love it. Producer Andy rocks. There it is. There's your emojis. Those are your emojis on Sway TV. So make sure you guys get his book. Pick it up today. Buy one for your mom, your dad, your uncle, your sister, your cousin, your friends. Make sure you guys get this book. It's outstanding. Thank you so much for being with us.
Congratulations on your new show. Congratulations.
Thank you. And you were my first author, one of the top. So privilege, my privilege. I love you so much. Thank you for taking the time, Tim. Good luck with your book. I know it's going to sell millions and it's going to change a lot of lives. I love you.
Life is good.
Thank you,
See you
Tim.
soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that was so awesome, you guys. You have no idea how happy that made me just now that I was able to do this interview with Tim. You know, it's my first show, Sally's Book Club, and I was able to get one of my closest guy friends. I just love him so much. This book is really outstanding. So if you don't have a copy, make sure to download one right here on Audible. At the end of the show, I'm going to actually give a book away. So make sure that you guys are following. Make sure you have your friends following. I think producer Andy has been writing your names down. Have you been doing that, producer Andy? Are you still here? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I'll be looking now that I'm not interviewing Tim. Also, but it's also about like the latest things that are happening in the world. So one of the things, and I have my bag of tricks over here. As you guys know, I'm also a filmmaker. And when COVID happened, I started shooting other shows. I had a cooking show called Cooking with Cool Mom Sally. I was on TikTok with my daughter at Cool Mom Sally, if you want to follow me there. But then Zoom became the thing. It's everyone Zooming now. My kids are Zooming now because they're not in school. I'm doing all of my stuff on Zoom. As you just saw, we Zoomed with Tim. So that is all the rage right now. And so, of course, I wanted all the Zooms to look great. So what I did was I curated a Zoom package. It's the best camera for Zoom. It's the best lighting for your Zoom calls and for your school. It's the best microphone. So I wanted to just show you some of these little tricks that I got for you to help you to be successful with all of your Zoom calls. So number one is this little thing. It's a little light. It's a selfie light, but you can just click it onto your computer, and that's a way to get some lighting. There's like 3 different ways that you can light it. There's the warm, there's the cold lighting, as we call it in the entertainment industry. So that's one thing that's in my carousel that you guys can purchase right now. I also have, and this is Eden's favorite light. I brought it, which she can use for her show if she wants. I brought it for her. This is Eden's favorite light, right? It's amazing. It's a little bit brighter. It's a little bit more expensive, maybe like 10 bucks more, but it's so much brighter than the selfie. Look at how bright that is. Look at the difference. Look at that. Wait a minute. I'm gonna put this. Oh, hang on. There we go. All right, I put it right there. Look at how much prettier that is. That's staying there for all our shows, Michelle and Eden. And then the other thing I wanted to show you, where's my mic, producer Andy? Where did I put it? Oh, the camera, right? So this is one of the top cameras that you guys can get for your Zoom. So it is, hopefully you guys can see that. Wait, I think I gotta put a, let me do this pillow. These are the tricks, right? There you go. This is an amazing camera. Can you see that? Wait, there we go. It's the, oh, it was backwards. Live TV, I love it. It's the C920x Pro HD Webcam. It's in the carousel. I purchased it when everyone was buying the webcams. It was like $125. I think right now you can get them for $70, which is such a steal. It's in my carousel. Make sure you pick that up for you and your kids and your husband that I'm sure is also doing Zooming at home. And then my microphone, this is an amazing microphone. This is also all available in my carousel on Amazon. This is all the rage. It's called the Blue. It is I think it's a Jetty is what it's called, a Jetty mic. Getty, I'm so sorry, Getty. It's the Getty mic. Make sure that you guys purchase this. It's the best sound. People use this for their podcasts, which everyone's doing now, and for their Zoom. So this is all in my carousel. Make sure you guys pick this up so that you can have a successful Zoom as well. If you're just joining on swaytvlive.com, my name is Sally Colon, and this is my new show called Sally's Book Club. Thank you guys for joining us. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kim said you were recently on my podcast. Scarlett started following. Hi, Scarlett. Producer Andy's joining me right now. Oh, are we having some technical difficulties? Okay. And so I'm here. Let me take these off because we don't have the interview going anymore. Live TV, I love it. Let me put this behind. These are the secrets of live TV. You put what is that sound?
That's the mic.
Which mic? My mic? No. Oh. Okay, you guys. So wait, I'm gonna. Oh, got it. My light is showing. That's okay. It's live TV. We're good. Okay, so listen. Make sure that you guys, I'm going to click right here. I want you guys to follow us right here, swaytvfollow.com. We also have Sway TV Replay. If you want to see any replays, like I'm sure people are going to watch the replay of Tim because they weren't able to watch live. You can watch this again later. swaytvshop.com. If you guys want to shop the carousel, I just showed you some of my favorite products to have a successful Zoom. And then let's go back here. So I'm switching for myself here. Here we go. This is the positive of being also a producer. I have my light. That's what this is right here in case you're confused about why there's a light right there. Because it gives me an extra little, I call it the Barbara Walters lighting. So we have about, let's say another hour, and then we're gonna have Michelle is up next, and then the three of us, Eden and Michelle and I, are gonna get on, and we're gonna have a little friendship powwow for about an hour, and then tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, the Sassoon Way with Eden Sassoon. I'm so excited. It's her debut, you guys. So make sure you get your butts here. You support her. It's going to be outstanding. I'm so excited for her. We're going to be here to support and love on her. And I'm sure that you guys are going to learn so much about Eden and the Sassoon Way, and she's gonna have guests, and it's just gonna be amazing. But coming up next in about an hour, we're gonna have Michelle Mitchell is gonna be here, and she's, as you guys know, she debuted last week, and she's back for more of just love and hugs, virtual hugs, and she's gonna be talking about things that are gonna change your life. And so if you're just joining us, my name is Sally Colon. I am a documentarian, producer, director for social impact documentaries. I'm also a life coach, and this is my new show called Sally's Book Club. As you guys may or may not know, I love books. I love reading. I love learning. And today we had Tim Story on, which I was so excited to have him. If you missed it, you guys can go to swaytvreplay.com to watch that show again. We talked about all things Tim Story. All the hosts for the last couple of days have been talking about his book. We're all so excited here at Sway TV. He made his world premiere right here at Sway TV Live. We are #1 right here on Amazon, baby. We're bringing the big celebrity authors. We're gonna bring you so many great things. If you continue watching, make sure you follow my show and all the shows that are coming up, the shows tomorrow, the shows the next day. We have so many great shows that are coming right here, Sway TV. Thank you guys all that have been watching. Let's see who's here. Somebody said, man, you are hot. Well, thank you so much. JJ, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Sandy started following. Thank you, Sandy. We're gonna put your name in. Andy, you got producer Andy? You have Sandy in there? So we're gonna add you. We're giving away a book at the end of the show. So make sure you follow, press the follow button, which is on the, if you're watching via your phone, it's on the bottom right. If you're watching on the computer, it's on the top left. So make sure you press that button, because then I'll see that you guys are following and I'll add your name. Here's the other thing. If you tell your friends to follow and they say, hey, JJ told me to follow, or Sandy, who just started following, hi, Sandy, started following. I wonder if that's my Sandy, my friend Sandy. I don't know. Are you my friend Sandy, or is this a different Sandy? Because I told my friend Sandy to watch. And then JJ has a question. Can we do a docudrama about the donkey? I don't know what that means, but that's funny. Thank you for that laugh. I don't know what the donkey means, but okay. And then who else is watching? Make sure you guys tell me that you're watching so that I can shout you out. Sandy, we're gonna put your name in at the end of the show. We are gonna do a giveaway of Tim's new book called The Miracle Mentality. If you're just joining, my name is Sally Colon. This is my new show called Sally's Book Club, and I'm gonna have so many great books. Next week, we're gonna premiere a new book. I'm gonna have my friends come on who are authors. My friend Andrea's coming on. My friend Rob's coming on. I'm already reaching out to Brene Brown, because you know she's my, well, you don't know this, but she is my favorite author, Marianne Williamson. I may even try to get Oprah in the studio. Listen, a girl can dream, okay? So make sure you guys check out my carousel. I have some really great products that I've curated. Every week I'll do that. I love your laugh. Oh, thank you, Rosalinda. You're so sweet. JJ said I do too. Thank you. You know what's so funny? That laughter changes, right? I feel like last month my laugh was different. And something about this month, my laugh just changed. And so I feel like every few months my laugh changes depending on what my life is, I guess. I don't know. That's a question for you guys. Oh, somebody said, oh, I love that. If you guys have the same thing that happens to you, because I want to know, is it just me that my laughter changes like every few months? Oh my gosh, somebody said she's my bestie. Are you talking about Oprah? Yeah, Oprah's my bestie, just so you guys know. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm so glad that you guys are joining. Next up, we have Michelle. She's coming up in about 30 minutes. I'm so excited. Her show is gonna be so good. My name is Sally Colon. And listen, make sure that you guys are following on swaytvfollow.com. Sway TV Replay if you want to watch my interview that I did with Tim Story. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Sally Colon, the #1. I'm going to be here every week, every Wednesday from 1-ish to around 3-ish. And there's so many great people. I was watching, who's the blonde girl that does the show, the workout show? Shayla? Yes. Shayla, I was watching you today. I love your show, the workout show. I'm going to start working out with you. But there's so many great, you guys know Tambi. She's so energetic. I love Tambi. And then Michelle's coming up. Eden's coming up. But this is my new show called Sally's Book Club. And I have so many books. So the show is going to be very similar to what you already saw. But you guys, my ADD is kicking in. I'm trying to focus here. But the book is going to be me reading. I'm going to read excerpts of the book, which, by the way, I do want to read a little bit about Tim's book. What am I doing? Oh, okay, you guys, if you want some healthy snacks, producer Andy. Wait, actually, I did not eat lunch, so I'm going to eat a few of these. This one's done. I guess the host from the last show ate those. Okay. Okay, there's different kinds. Okay, there's different. Producer Andy is telling me there's different kinds. Okay, does it say it in here? Or I'm gonna pull them all out. Okay, I'm gonna pull them all out. What'd you say, Producer Andy? Denise Austin. You know? Oh, Denise Austin. Of course I know who that is. Oh my gosh, she was the workout queen in the 80s and 90s. These are hers? That's right. All right, so listen. They're called Ever Better Pumpkin Spice Joy Protein Bites. Okay, I'm gonna try these. These are new, huh, Andy? I haven't seen these. I saw the other girls promoting them, but I haven't promoted these. So I'm going to try. They're like little bites. Oh, these are so cute. So pumpkin spice joy. Okay, I'm going to try it right now. Get rid of what? Okay, he wants me to get rid of the light. I like the light. All right, look at the difference, just so you guys see. If I take the light down, look at. Come on. All right, he's going to make me brighter. All right, I'm going to take the light down because he doesn't like the light. All right, but I just tried this. This is actually pumpkin. I love pumpkin flavor. Like, you know when like winter's coming or fall and Starbucks does their pumpkin lattes? I love pumpkin. That's actually really good. How is that protein though? That's too good to just be protein. Denise, you killed it. This is really, really good. Are these in my carousel? Producer Andy? Oh, there's Brownie Bliss, which I won't eat because I don't eat chocolate. But... okay, Michelle said she'll do these on her show. Chocolate Passion, I won't eat that because I don't like chocolate. But where the heck did my pumpkin one go? What is happening? Oh, somebody, here it is. So these are really good. Ever Better Denise Austin. Hello. Pumpkin Spice Joy Protein Bites. 6 grams of protein. These are keto, so these are keto friendly. If you guys are on a keto diet, make sure you guys check this out. It's in my carousel. Make sure you purchase some of these. These are really awesome. What's up? My favorite is this one, the pumpkin spice, because I can't eat the chocolate, so that's the reason. But Michelle and Eden will probably try right? All right, Michelle said she's going to taste the chocolate one, so I can't do that because I'm allergic to chocolate, but I love the pumpkin spice. It's delicious, delicious. Thank you guys for purchasing that and supporting Denise Austin. Maybe she'll sponsor the show. Hey, Denise, if you're watching, let's go, girl, sponsor the show. Oh my gosh, who else is watching? This message, oh, hello. You better not say Girl Scout cookies are healthy snacks. I won't, I promise. But these are healthy. These are really, really great. Okay, so if you're just joining us, I had my good friend Tim Story on. This is my new show called Sally's Book Club. And we're just starting. You know what I mean? This is the first show. I'm premiering today. I was lucky enough to have this amazing author on, and I'm gonna read to you guys just a little bit out of the book of some of the parts that I really enjoyed of the book. I haven't finished the book. I'm on chapter 4 right now, and one of the quotes from his book that I thought was really outstanding. We talked about this when he was live. His therapist, when he started therapy, she asked him a really profound question, and it was, how does it feel to not be yourself? I'm gonna let you ponder on that for a minute. How does it feel to not be yourself? How many of you guys that are watching right now feel like not yourself? And you're like, why do I feel this way? I don't feel like I know me. There's so many people in the world that haven't really gotten to know themselves. And one thing that Tim and I talked about yesterday on his world premiered launch that went out to millions of people yesterday is that sometimes people think that age matures you. That just because you're 40 or 50, and it does, trust me, it does mature you. But just know that what really gets you to the place where you can get to know yourself, whether you do become that adult, is really finding who you are, going back, dealing with some of your childhood traumas. When I was going through my divorce 15 years ago, I remember, and this was so weird and I didn't understand it, I remember reverting back to my childhood. Like, I actually reacted while I was going through my divorce like I was a 10-year-old. I sat in the fetal position, I cried like a big baby, and I remember going to my therapist and saying, why am I acting this way? I feel like I'm acting like a 10-year-old going through this divorce that's so hard. And she said, that's because you haven't really matured yet. You haven't really become an adult yet. And I thought to myself, what does that even mean? What do you mean I am an adult? I'm in my 40s. Of course I'm an adult. I was per age, but not per mentality. And that's where Tim talks about the miracle mentality and getting to know yourself and really maturing and growing in who God created you to be in the first place. And so I feel like my life has completely changed. I went through about 4.5 years of therapy. I've read a lot of great books. One of the books that really changed my life, and it's one of the books I'm going to feature in the next couple of weeks, is Brene Brown's Braving the Wilderness. And a lot of you guys, unless you've gone through, your own therapy and finding yourself, braving the wilderness might be something you don't understand. It's something I didn't understand, but I do more now because of reading this book. Living in the wilderness is a really lonely place, because what happens is as you start to grow, if your friends are not growing with you, they tend to want to pull you back to a place where they're comfortable, right? So for me, when I was growing and I was learning and I was finding myself and really learning to not so much react to my triggers, but responding to them and really maturing, which I feel so happy within my soul, and I've learned to love myself. But sometimes you have to let go of certain people in your life that want to continue to pull you down because they haven't had growth in their life. So when you do finally find yourself on that journey of transformation, of growing, of learning, of becoming mature, make sure that you understand that not everybody's going to understand it and not everybody's going to grow with you. And you might have to put some of your friends on a shelf for later. I had to do that. I had to put a couple of my friends on the shelf until I started to get stronger and I grew. And then I revisited that friendship. And some of them I left on the shelf because it didn't work anymore. And some of them I was like, you know what? She's grown. Now we can come back and be friends again. And so just know that growing could be hard. You know how they talk about growing pains? It could be hard sometimes, but it's okay. So I just wanted to encourage you guys, if you have any questions, if you guys are going through something that you want me to unpack for you, if you've had some hard, tough times during this pandemic, maybe you've lost your job, maybe you've gone through divorce, maybe your kids are going through some stuff and you don't really know how to deal with it as a parent, I'm happy to give you advice. I am a life coach as well, and I'm happy to be here to just answer some questions. So put your questions into the chat. I can see them. I'm watching it right now. And also we're doing a giveaway, so continue to press the follow button. Tell your friends to watch. I'm going to be here every Wednesday from 1:30 to around 3:30, and then Michelle Mitchell, my good friend, is coming on after me. I'm so excited. I'm going to be here supporting her. And then tomorrow morning from 11 to 1, the Sassoon Way with my good friend Eden Sassoon. It's going to be such a great show. It's the premiere right here on Sway TV, the Sassoon Way. So make sure you guys are watching and supporting our good friend. I've loved this show. The show is so awesome. I was lucky enough to have Tim Story on the show. He was so good. We interviewed him for about 30 minutes. And so if you didn't get a chance to watch that and you're just joining us, you can go to swaytvreplay.com to rewatch the show, and then continue to follow us. Go to swaytvfollow.com, Sway TV shop. Make sure you look at the carousel. I really curated some products for you guys. I know a lot of us are Zooming now. There's not a lot of things happening live until the world opens up again with this pandemic. Your kids are, on the Zooming. So make sure that you guys pick up a new camera, pick up your microphone, pick up your lights so that you have a successful Zoom. My name is Sally Colon. And I love that you guys have joined us. I'm going to be here every week. I think it's 2:22. We're going to go about 7 more minutes till around 2:30. Oh no, I guess we're going to go, Andy, what time? 3 o'clock? Yeah. All right, so we're going to go till 3 o'clock. So I'm going to show you guys a couple things. Tim's story, his book. Let me see. How do I get to Tim's book on here?
Go ahead, scroll down to your list.
Scroll down to right here and then click on it.
You see all your books there, right?
I see my books.
All right, then double click on the product.
Double click on the product.
And then on the product page on that.
On the product page. Okay. Oh, on here. Okay, product page. That's the second one, right? Oh, product video. Product page. Oh, there it is. Yay! There's Tim's book. So if you want the hard copy or the hard cover, it's $27.99. The audio CD is $27.99. The Kindle is $14.99. And then if you are an Audible person like I am, you can probably get it for free credit. But listen, his books, they're everywhere in stores. So you can go to Barnes & Noble, Barnes & Noble is actually one of my favorite places to go with my girls. They love to read. They're also avid readers. And we go there because there's a Starbucks in there. So we get our coffee, and there's also albums. We love albums. We all have record players, so we love listening to all the vintage albums. My favorite is Borderline by Madonna. That's my favorite song, but I have, yes, thank you, Michelle. Or was that Eden? Borderline, yes, one of my favorite all-time songs. But my girls and I love to go there. But you can find Tim's book there now. So make sure you go to Barnes & Noble. It's also available on Target, at Walmart. And then, of course, right here on Amazon, make sure you pick up his book. Here it is. It's called The Miracle Mentality. And I'm going to read a couple more things from his book because it's really an outstanding book. And I think you guys will really enjoy it. I'm going to put my glasses on because, as you guys know, my eyes are not as good as they were when I was younger. So he was talking about parenting. And one of the things that we talked about in his book, and this is chapter 3 in his parenting book, it's parenting brings with us a dizzying rush of daily stresses and mini heart attacks. And I love when he said that because, you know, as a mom, sometimes I think I'm alone in my struggle and in my anxiety when I'm dealing with 2 daughters who are beautiful, and I love them and I love being a mom, don't get me wrong. But, you know, my daughters go through their own dramas, right? Because girls in high school and grammar school, like 8th grade, junior high, they're drama, right? So sometimes my daughters, and it's a little bit easier now because they're online instead of at school. But when they were at school before this pandemic, they would come home, they'd be like, Mom, so-and-so bullied me. Mom, this girl didn't invite me to be part of her group. And, you know, they would come home stressed or crying. And as a mom, like, all I could do is love on them, you know, is lend an ear and listen to what they have to say. But in those moments, I would get stressed because I'm like, who's messing with my kids? So, you know, in those moments, of course, I had little mini heart attacks, and I just want to go to the school and like find out who's messing with my daughter or, you know, your son. So we have dizzying moments. We have little stressful moments. We have mini heart attacks, which I love that he said that. And it's tough being a mom sometimes. I would love to hear from you guys. If you're a mom and you're watching, tell me some of the struggles that you may have. Are you a mom? Do you have teenagers? Are your kids older? Does it get older for the moms that are out there that have older kids? Does it get easier? Because I know that when your kid is first born, it's tough, right? And then they're 2-3 years old, it's tough. And then when they're like, I feel like 5 to 10, it seems to be a little bit easier. I don't know why. They're walking now, they're out of diapers. So that was kind of like the golden time for me and my daughters. And I had my daughters 14 months apart. So it was tough. It was like having Irish twins, right? It gets hard again when 13 hits. I got that with my daughter Bella when she turned 13. It was tough. And then she turned 14, things got a little bit easier. And then Stevie turned 13 and it was tough. And then she turned 14, and for some reason, it gets a little bit easier. And now Stevie's 14, Bella's 15. Bella's getting ready to drive this year, which is insane that I can't believe I have a daughter that's about to start driving. Her daughter took her on driving tests or driving lessons, and he sent me video, and I almost fell over because I can't believe I have a daughter that's driving. Rosalinda, who has 6 kids, you guys know, she said it's not easier as they get older in tweens. I agree. My kids, when they became, 12, 13, it was tough. But I feel like as they're getting a little bit older, like Bella has become a lot more responsible. She's helping me around the house more. She's been doing laundry. She's always kind of been that kid that was super responsible. And she's a lot like me where I love order. So I'm always like, she's great at like organizing my house, which I love. Stevie is a little bit different where she doesn't really like to do a lot. She's a little bit lazy. But I have to love her through it, you know. And but she's musical, she's creative, she loves to dance, so they're very different, you know. I always say, and Rosalinda, I'd love to hear your feedback on this, that my kids are very different, you know. And Rosalinda, I don't know how you do this. Like, how do you spend quality solo time with each kid? You have 6 kids. I have 2 kids, and it's crazy trying to keep up with them. But I compare my daughters to plants. You know, Bella is more of a ficus tree. She needs the constant attention. She needs to constantly be watered. And Stevie is more like a fig tree. I can water her. No, that's the opposite. Let me go back. The ficus tree is Stevie, right? You water her once for the week. She's good to go. She doesn't need a lot of attention. The fig tree, you got to water every single day or it wilts. That's more like Bella. She needs more attention. She wants, Mom, I need to talk to you. I want to spend some time with you. Can we be alone together? So every child is different, and it really is important to have that one-on-one time with each child so you can kind of get to know them. My girls, you know, I'm divorced, so they're with me half the time. But I have one day a week where I'll keep one daughter, just her, and the other daughter stays with her dad. So then I have that quality time, and then my ex has his quality time with the other daughter, and then we swap. And that seems to work out good because here's the other thing. They get irritated at each other, and then it's a battle, and then I have to be like, you know, the referee, and that gets old. So it's nice to kind of separate them a little bit. But Rosalie, I wanted to hear, if you're still on here, I want to get your opinion about how do you have your quality time with each kid? Kim, if you're on here and you have children, I want to hear how you have your quality time with your kids. Anyone that's on here right now, I just want to hear your opinion because I know that as a mom, we all sort of deal with the same thing. And I will tell you that in this book, when he talks about parenting, it's a really great chapter. You're going to learn a lot. I've learned a lot from this chapter. There's a couple other things in this book that have really like changed my life. There's something that Tim says in one of his chapters. He says, when things are left unchecked, I gotta put my glasses on, hang on. When things are left unchecked or are not maintained, they get messy fast. You need a constant care, good habits, and a desire to maintain order, right? So you need constant care. Madness, the definition of madness, he said, the behavior that breeds negative results, uncontrollable emotions, or worse behaviors, the things we do over and over that doom us to repeat our cycles of failure. That's what he defined as madness. And how many of us live messy lives? You know, we try our hardest. We really do, as moms, as single women, as moms that are working. We're working moms, a lot of us, you know, and we really do try to just live our lives as unmessy as we can. But it gets messy sometimes, and that's okay. You know, in those moments, that's where you get to reach out to your friends and say, you know what, I've had a really tough day. A lot of times I talk to one of my best friends, her name is Cindy Diane, and you know, every day we talk, we pray, and I call Eden, of course. I call Michelle. I have a lot of my friend Sherry. So I have like my 5 inner circle girls that when I'm going through stuff, I can get on a phone or a text, because Eden doesn't get on a phone. She's my texter, right? You have the friends that will get on the phone, and then you'll have the friends that will text you. And you know, the good thing about Eden that's very personal is she'll send me like voice memos. And she'll tell me how much she loves me. And she'll say like, listen, I know that you're going through this, so here's something, you know, and she'll give me like a nugget. Michelle's the same way, you know, CD's the same way, Sherry, you know, so I love my girlfriends. And, you know, what I would encourage you to do, all the women out there, is to make sure that you have your fabulous 5 is what I call them. You know, and it doesn't have to be 5. I'm lucky enough to have that many great friends. It could be 2, you know, but make sure that you have those friends that when you are going through something, that you can call them and you have them on speed dial and you can say, listen, today sucks. I'm having a bad day today. I need you. And they can talk you through that time. I'm that way to my friends, and so therefore they're that way with me. So make sure that the friend that you're looking for, that you are that friend to that friend as well. You guys get that? Let me say that again. If you want those kind of friends, be that kind of friend. Okay? So I encourage you to do that. Jax just started following. Thank you, Jax. Can you put him in? Jax, we're going to enter you into we're giving Tim Story's book. We're going to give it to you at the end of the show, which the show is going to go about another 28 minutes. Carla. Thank you, Carla. Carla's joining, and she said, I've taken one kid at a time to a trip, one to India. Wow, that's amazing. One to Thailand, Peru, etc. I take turns, and this has been priceless. Oh my gosh, I love you. I might have to have you on my Zoom because I want to know. I really want to know how you've been able to do that. Well, Carla, where are you watching from? Are you in LA or are you from another city? What do you do? I'm so blown away that you do this with your kids. I love that. I took my kids to Dominican Republic, both of my kids, and they were able to build homes for some homeless families. We built 3 homes in 4 days, and my kids were able to paint some of the walls. They met the families. They were able to open the key of the home of the family that we built their home in 4 days. It was outstanding. It was so amazing. She's in San Diego. She's a friend of Michelle's. Yay! Thank you, Michelle. This is one of your friends. I love that she did that. I want to know more.
Is it Carla?
Carla.
Oh,
I want to know more.
Okay, Carla's
I love her.
awesome. No, she's an awesome
But listen, of course she is. She took her kids to different countries.
She's fantastic.
That is so awesome, Carla. I love you. And of course you're a friend of Michelle's. Because Michelle is that person too. So Rosalinda says, for my little ones, I will go and take each one out and do like an ice cream, their favorite ice cream, go to a community park. And that time I will spend that one-on-one with my 2-year-old and so forth. I love that, Rosalinda. Listen, you have 6 kids. God bless you. I don't know if I could do that. I have 2 and it's a lot of work. So God bless you. I hope that their father is helpful as well. But that is so great. What are the ages of your kids, Carla? And also Rosalinda, what are the ages of your kids? Because I'm very curious how old. And then they get out of the bubble. I love, Carla, that you just said that because, listen, kids need fresh air. Kids need vitamin D as well. A lot of times now that they're at home watching online, they don't get out. So what I've been doing is on weekends or even after school, I encourage my girls to go on walks with me so they're moving their bodies, because they sit a lot now. And they don't get to go to recess. They don't get to, go from one class to another in high school. They're sitting in one place for, 4 to 6 hours. So you got to make sure that you're giving your kids that time that they can go out, take walks with them. A lot of times, because my girls love to go to Target, we have our Target days. I'll say, girls, let's go to Target, and we'll walk around the store. So however you can get kids out, it's kind of my trick. You do it. Rosalinda says, amazing. Her kids are 9. She says when he grows up, so she has a 9-year-old boy, he wants to become a millionaire. I love that. He has goals to build more shelters. Oh my gosh. And more resources for the homeless. I love him already. What's his name? I want to know his name. I want to shout him out. Ezra just started following. Thank you, Ezra. You're so awesome. We're going to enter you. Producer Andy is going to enter you into our free giveaway. What? In Ghana? Ezra, you live in Ghana? Welcome. I've been to Africa. I love Africa. I was privileged enough to go. I was there for 2 weeks. I shot a documentary there. I love Africa so much. I was able to go to Nairobi and Kenya and the bush areas, and I interviewed the most incredible women. I was able to interview the former First Lady of Kenya, Ida Odinga. She's fabulous. Ezra, thank you. Guyana. He's Guyana. Okay. His name is Kamari. Oh, Kamari, welcome to the show. South Africa. I've never been to South Africa, but I really would love it. So if I come to South Africa, can I come visit you? Yes or no? He's in South Africa. Yes, Ezra said South Africa.
It doesn't say South Africa.
Yes, it does. It says that is South America. Oh, just kidding. Oh my gosh. Listen. Let me just tell you right now that when it comes to other countries, unless I've been there, I don't know much about it. So I'm so sorry. South America. Okay, so that means you're Latino? You speak Spanish? South America? South America? So listen, I've never been to South America, but when I come, can I come visit you? That's the question. What'd you say? What? It's a kid. Okay. I'll come visit your mom, not you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love it. South America. Jax. Hi, Jax. Welcome to the show. I think your name was put in. Did you put Jackson? Yes. Okay. Ezra. Oh, Ezra said I can't come visit him when I come. Okay, that's fine. I love you, Jax. Jax, I heard that you're young. How old are you? How old is Jax? Ezra's young. How old is Ezra? Okay, Ezra's young. Okay, so I'll introduce you to my kids, I guess. Anyway, so who else is on here? Thank you guys all for joining us. I love you guys all. We're talking about Tim's new book. It's called The Miracle Mentality. If you're just joining us, my name is Sally Colon, and you are watching Sally's Book Club. Every week I'm going to be here for a couple of hours between 1-ish and 3-ish, and I'm going to be introducing some new authors of books that I've already read. I have about 50 books in my Audible library, and so it's going to be some people from that, and then some people that I am looking forward to reading their books. Some people that are launching new books. Tim's book just launched yesterday. It was the world premiere. So make sure that you pick up his book. It's available on Amazon right here. You can download it. It's available on at bookstores like Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, and any bookstore probably in your area. You can pick up the book. It's an amazing book. He talks about parenting, love and relationship, how life can be mundane and messy. He talks about so many great career. So this is a life-changing book. I know a lot of people have read a lot of books, but I really feel like this book is going to put you on the road to your new journey of transformation and finding yourself. So make sure you pick up this book. It's so great. I'm on chapter 4. It's a lovely book. I'm actually, when this show is over and tomorrow morning when I'm walking, I'm going to continue reading the book. I'll probably have it done by this weekend. We may talk a little bit more next week about it, but if you didn't join us earlier today, we interviewed Tim. He was actually on the show for about 30 minutes, and you can go to swaytvreplay.com to see that interview. Also, make sure that you're following us at swaytvfollow.com. There's so many outstanding hosts on the show, and I just want to talk about Andy real quick, producer Andy. He's such a great guy. He created this platform for people like us to be able to have, to be able to talk about things that we want to talk about, like Eden Sassoon, who has the Sassoon Way. Look, these are all the shows, and there's more. These are just some of the featured shows, including, but not limited to, I can't see that, but I know Sassoon. Sorry, Andy, I cannot see that. No, these glasses are for clothes. I can't see it. Oh, can I go? Okay, hang on. Everybody settle down. Hang on. All right. So here are some of the shows. I know the Sassoon Way is tomorrow from 11 to 1. Michelle has her new show. Hang on. There we go. No, I can't see it. What's the name of your show, Michelle? Michelle, what's your show? Navigating Life. Got it. Navigating Life. She's coming up next. We also have the Ren Woods show. We have Get Ready with Me. We have Kimmy's Love Hub. Hello. Eden and Michelle and our single girlfriend. We need to be on your single love hub because we need to find some men because we do not want to spend one more freaking Valentine's Day single. All right. So we need to be on your Cheryl girlfriend. So make sure you call us. We also have Healthy Heart. Right? Is that what that's at? I'm so blind. It's awful. The Chakra Girl. We have Lifestyle with Laura. We have On the Go with Tambi. I love Tambi. Tambi's like super energetic. Listen, when Tambi comes in here, it's like drinking a tall, what's a big energy drink? Eden, what's an energy drink? Like a Red Bull. Like you, listen. When we walk into the room and Tambi's here, it's like we just drank some Red Bull. We don't even need Red Bull. We just take her energy. It's amazing. And then we also have the parenting show. I love her. She's awesome as well. She comes on here. This is so fascinating to me. She actually comes on here with her husband and their kids. They're divorced, but they talk about parenting and what works and what doesn't. How brilliant is that? So make sure you guys are watching that. Listen, if you haven't watched some of these shows, you can watch it on the replay. swaytvreplay.com. Make sure you follow everybody. swaytvfollow.com. We have a podcast coming. Hit the links. You can click on the links. Oh, I can click on the link. This is so funny. This is like, I'm sorry. Okay. Listen, it's swaytvfollow.com. Everything is right there. You guys can click on the link. If you haven't seen some of these shows, you can rewatch the show I did today on swaytvreplay.com. Sway TV Follow. Make sure you follow everybody's show. Listen, we do this for free. We do this because we love you, okay? This is our time that we are giving to you. Make sure you guys are supporting every single host. Everyone's different. Everyone is giving you something different. This is a fabulous network. It's Sway TV. Producer Andy created this for all of us, not just us. Yes. Can we have a clapping? Can we just give Andy a round of applause? He's outstanding. His wife Felicia, she helps us with all our props. They're just an amazing couple that they're all about giving and love. And everyone on this network is also about giving and love. You know, it's like the big tree with the apple, right? They're the big tree and we're the apples off their tree because we're loved just like them. Okay. So listen, if you're following, continue to follow. Oh, Michelle Obama, she's following. Just kidding. I wish.
Yeah, you're good.
I wish. Listen, I'm going to continue doing this. I did read her book, Becoming. I love her book. Michelle, if you're watching right now, I would love for you to be on my show. Andy? The main. Okay, wait, hang on.
Yeah, we'll take
All right, here we go.
Obama too.
Obama. Listen, Michelle got to meet Obama, which is so outstanding. She could tell you the story. That's her story to tell. But she got to meet him, which I think is so awesome. She's so cool. I'm cool because she's my friend, because she's cool, because she met Obama, and he's cool. So see how that works?
Then I'm just damn cool because I got you all in my back.
And then Eden's cool because she's Eden. Come on, somebody.
You and you.
Yeah, because we all, listen, I met Eden at Tim Story's study that he does. And then I met Michelle because I met Eden through Tim Story. And then
It just never ends.
And then, listen, Eden and I introduced Michelle to Andy. So this is how it works, people. It's called networking to the highest level. So anyway. This is so fun. I love you guys. Who else is watching? Oh my gosh. Jack said Michelle Obama. Yes, I got it. Listen, I'd love to have Michelle. I'd love to have Oprah. I'd love to have Brene Brown, Marianne Williamson, Dr. Caroline Leaf. These are my dream authors. My friend Andrea White's coming on. She has an amazing book. My friend Rob Mack is coming on. I've already reached out to them. I have them on the schedule. So I'm just going to continue reaching out to all my dream authors, and they're going to be here live. Some of them are going to be Zoom. Some of them are going to be right here next to me on the couch, the ones that are local. Last week we had Dr. Will Cole, Eden and I. He happened to be in town for a week, so we got him on the right here next to us on the couch, but he lives in Pittsburgh, so you just never know who's gonna pop into LA and pop into our couch. I'm sorry, oh my gosh, I just ate lunch. I'm so sorry, live TV, baby, you can't hide that stuff. I'm so sorry. Wait, listen, I have to tell, let me tell you something. Today, so I'm kind of like, Eden and I had this show Reset, right? And what we're doing is at the end of the day, Eden and Michelle and I are going to reset together, okay? So my life is starting on a reset right now. What I'm resetting is I'm resetting my physical being. When you hang out with people like Eden Sassoon, her body is to die for, okay? And we work out together, which is shameful to me because I look at her body, I'm like, it's not even close to that. Listen. Her body is outstanding, right? So when you hang out with people like an Eden Sassoon, she works for it. It doesn't just come. She works really, really hard. And I don't work that hard. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to working out. But because, no, babe, I get it. But we're walking is one thing, like weightlifting and really like Pilates. I got on her Pilates reformer the other day. That really made a difference. That actually made a difference. So I want to continue doing that. But I got on YouTube and, there were some classes on there and I just followed that. So I was lucky enough, I've been like, I talk to God a lot on my walks and I was like, God, I just want to get to the point where my body is outstanding, where I'm single, I'm not doing it for anyone but myself. But listen, it's important to be physically healthy. And if I'm looking for someone that's physically healthy, has a great body, they're going to expect the same, okay? So I started praying and I'm like, God, I really just want to get my body to the place like Eden's body, right? And so I was walking at the mall last week. I was hanging out with my girls and I see my friend Micah, who is a physical fitness trainer, right? And I see him and I go, oh my God, Micah, what are you doing at the mall? You know, I don't know why my voice goes high when I say I'm talking to somebody. And he goes, oh, I'm just gonna go visit, you know, our mutual friend who owns a jewelry store at our mall called Fast Fix in Valencia. And I said, you know what, is there any way that we can work together? Like, I'll pay you, can you train me? I really wanna get back in shape, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And he said, call me tomorrow. I said, great. Of course, I called him the next day and he said, look, I'm not gonna charge you, I'm gonna help you. And I said, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, we work out at the same gym. So he goes, I'm there anyway, so I'm gonna train you for free 3 days a week. That was such an answer to prayer, and like the stars aligned. God blessed me. I love it. I love it. I love him for doing it. So I told him, because he has this company that he works with called, and I'm gonna botch the name. I'm not even gonna tell you, actually. I'm gonna tell you next week. But it's a product that puts you in ketosis. I think it might be ketones or ketosis, but anyway, I'm gonna bring the product next week because I told him I would promote it. And we're gonna talk about it. And actually, he's gonna come on my show. His mom has a book, so I might have them both on the show, and we'll talk about the book. But I also wanna talk to him about my journey that he's helping me get on, and it's amazing. So I'm saying all that to say, today he brought me some product, and he said, this is gonna be different, it's gonna feel different. And so I drank it. So it goes into, it's like a powder, and it goes into like 18 ounce to 20 ounces of water. You shake it up, you drink it, you know, gulp it down, and then it cleans you out. And let me tell you something. I hate to be gross on TV. Last week we were talking about some gross stuff. It cleaned me out, okay? So an hour after I drank it, and I know Eden's gonna love this because Eden likes to be cleaned out. Yeah. It cleaned me out. So of course I'm gonna tell the girls about it, because anything that I find that I know is working good, I'm gonna share with my girlfriends. So next week I'm gonna bring the product in, we'll stir it up, we'll use our, let me grab this real quick. We'll use our little, this thing. So I'm gonna put it in water, I'm gonna stir it up, and you can find this in my carousel as well. This thing is outstanding, I love it. I do use it with my coffee every morning. It's a frother, but it also is like a little blender. I love, love, love it. And then if you're just joining us, we have about 10 more minutes. And Tim's story was on for like 30 minutes. He was on the top of the show. And if you didn't get to watch that, you can go to swaytvreplay.com and hear all about his new book, that world premiere launch of his book yesterday. You can find it right here on Amazon. We're going to actually do a giveaway in about 5 minutes. And you can get his book on Barnes & Noble. You can get it at Target, at Walmart, and right here on Amazon. If you are an Audible person like I am, I'm going to show you so that you guys know that I'm not fibbing you when I tell you I have over 50 books in my library right now. These are all my books. I know you're not going to be able to see it all, but you see right there, and I'm gonna tell you some of the books that are in here, because some of these authors are gonna be on future shows, right? So one of my favorite books and that started me on my journey was called The Four Agreements. It's an outstanding book. It's an easy read, but it will change your life. Another book that totally changed my life was From Tears to Triumph, Marianne Williamson. And another book that I'm reading right now, which is a friend of mine, her name is Leah Remini. Her and I are actually pitching a docuseries right now. I can't tell you the name of it right now, but it's a show that we're pitching to networks. Leah Remini, she's a beautiful person. You've seen her on the Scientology show. You've seen her on King of Queens. She has a new book, and I'm gonna try to get her on the show, and I'll definitely let you know. Her husband is one of my best friends, so I'm gonna try to get her on the show, and I'll give you guys plenty of advance notice so that you guys can be watching, but you can always watch the replay as well. Another one is Cognitive Behavior, which talks all about your brain. There's so many great books on here. Jesus Calling, which is my devotional daily. I do a daily devotional. Some of you guys know or may not know, my father was a pastor, so I grew up in the church, and I love praying and I love having devotion. But so excited that you guys are all here. If you're just joining us, we're gonna end this in about 5 minutes. We're gonna do a giveaway. We're giving away this book. I had him on the show today, my beautiful guest. His name is Tim Story, and it's called The Miracle Mentality. We launched this book. I didn't launch it. The huge world premiere of this book yesterday called The Miracle Mentality. If you're looking for a miracle and you're looking to start a new journey in your life to find yourself, this is your book. He talks about parenting. He talks about love and relationship. He talks about transformation. He talks about career and family. This is your book. He talks about how the messy and mundane. He talks about so many wonderful things, parenting. So make sure you pick this book up. We're going to give one away in about 3 minutes. Make sure you pick it up. It's available in all bookstores, including Barnes & Noble, including Walmart, Target, and right here on Amazon. But we're going to give one away. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it right now. Let's just give this book away right now. All right, so I'm going to put this up here so you guys know the book that you're going to be receiving.
I want it.
You want it? Michelle wants it. Okay, but this is for the people that have been watching the show. I'm so excited. Huh? What? Let me roll these up. Because it's, yeah, I don't want to see it. I want it to be a surprise. For everybody that's been watching the show, thank you so much. Let me turn this all up. The winner has to be in the chat. So when we pull your name, you have to say that you're in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to have to pull the next person's name, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to shake it up. All right, the winner of Tim Story's new book called The Miracle Mentality. And for those of you that don't win, make sure that you guys, and wait, make sure that we have the round of applause at the end of the winning, okay? All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. It's playing, okay. I don't hear. The winner is Carla. And it's not rigged, I promise. This is all Carla right here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Carla's the winner. So Carla, are you here? Let us know that you're here. Say, I'm here. Carla, you got 60 seconds to let us know that you are here. I hope you're still here because you just won the book, and I'm so excited for you because I love what you're doing with your kids and that you're a humanitarian. You're a friend of my friend Michelle's. Like, you're outstanding. We have about 30 more seconds, Carla. Let us know that you're here. If you're not here, I'm sad. We're going to have to pick another name. And Michelle's going to be sad too. So you better text her, Michelle. You got about 20 seconds, Carla, 20 seconds. I'm here, yay! Can we have a round of applause, Andy? Round of applause. It's playing, okay. Yay! Carla, Michelle, get in here since she's your friend. So you can say congratulations to Carla. Get in here. Our winner is Carla, and she came by way of my friend Michelle, and there she is. Congratulations. Carla. All right, so stay in because Michelle is coming up next. All right, so Carla, you got to email hello@shopswaytv.com. Yes. Send us your information, and we will send the book out to you today. You'll get it in the next couple days. Stay tuned for Michelle. She's coming up next. The name of her show is
Navigating Life. Because we're all doing it.
Get in here so they can
doing
see it. Yay! I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next Wednesday at 1:30. I love you. Thank you. This was my debut show.
You did great.
Thank you, babe. This is Sally's Book Club. Andy, producer Andy said hang on. We're hanging on.
We're hanging on.
All right, thank you guys so much. I love you. Sally's Book Club. We'll see you next time, next Wednesday at 1:30 right here on swaytv.com. I love you. Mwah.
Make sure you guys follow Sway TV. Follow Sway right here. Ooh, it's this way, sorry. Corey says, thank you, Sway TV. Shakira says, thank you, Sway. Yes, guys, it is so much fun. We love Sway TV.
We're here all the time streaming live. We're sharing great products. We're doing great interviews and amazing giveaways.
Amazon, we love you, Amazon. So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
I've had such a great time with all of you.
Shop attainment all the time. It is a girl's dream come true for someone like me to be able to give you dating advice and shopping all in one platform.
Amazon Live! Woo! Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.